What's up, everyone? I went back to my local Walmart. If you watched my Dark Knight Returns review, I, mentioned that there was a Planet X Batman. I have great hiding spots in toy stores. I'm not going to give my secrets away because they're the best hiding spots ever. But anyway, I went back and got him, and because this is part of the Batman line, the Batman figures usually don't release very well. Like, especially with what was the last line called for the DC Universe Classics? Their the own Batman line. I don't know, but it was really hard to find Harley Quinn. It was really hard to find Nightwing. It was really hard to find what was it? Modern Age Batman, I think his name was. I only seen one of him in the store, and I picked him up. Found a couple. I found like two Nightwings. I found like 3 or 4 Harleys. Catwoman's I found 2, and I used to hunt a lot back then, like hitting like 6 to 10 stores a day every day because I was unemployed and I had nothing else better to do. Me and my daughter would just hit the stores. But yeah, but that line, if this was just part of the regular DCU line, I wouldn't even care about getting him. But he's a Batman figure anyway, so I like Batman. I usually buy the Batman figures even though I don't collect DC figures anymore. But these two figures had horrible paint apps on the faces, like the just garbage. Batman, his whole upper lip was purple. There was no skin paint there. The paint that went flush with the mask was way in, so I just blended some paint and just painted it myself. And on Batmite, this whole eye was totally decrepit. It was just retarded. It was so bad. And then he had a nice big strand of skin toned paint going across the side of his face. So I had to paint over that and make it look nicey nice. And let's see if you can even tell. I don't know if you can tell where it was or not. I think I did a good job. I think I fixed up that eye pretty good. His eye's supposed to be like mean or squinty looking. So, but the white was all over the mask. There was no white up in the corner. The eyeball wasn't really rounded. It was half-ass rounded, and then it was just black to make the eyeball. It's just, even over here, right here, it's like a little bit of black, but I'm not worried about that. I don't know if you can actually see that. Right by at the bottom of the mask. Probably not, but whatever. This guy just had horrible paint apps, standard with DC figures usually. But anyway, yeah, this is the Planet X Batman. He has a standard DC body. They added whatever you want to call that, shoulder flares or whatever. This is a totally new molded Batman head because he has stitches and all that crap. His ears are a little longer than usual. He comes with a baseball bat that looks just like the bat that Harley Quinn came with. I don't know if anybody else comes with a baseball bat. I can't remember. I don't know, it's kind of funny though that Batman comes with a baseball bat. I just don't, see Batman using a baseball bat. But anyway, yeah, pretty much everything on this figure is reused except for the shoulders, the head, and the belt. Everything else is, just another DC figure. That's why I don't really buy DC figures anymore. And the cape, obviously. The cape's all holy. It's a nice cape. It looks decent. It looks raggedy. I do like the head mold, how he's got the stitches and stuff like that. And his mouth kind of looks funny. He kind of got like a Marlon Brando in the Godfather mouth. I'm making an offer I can't refuse. It's kind of funny. I don't know. Not bad. At least the emblem on his chest is nice. I don't see any real shading on this guy at all. I don't know if it's just like a little bit of shading on the legs or it's just the way the light hits it. I don't know. But yeah, he's just, an odd colored Batman. That's pretty much all this figure is another Batman just painted oddly. With a shitty cape. That's how I'm looking at it. But I got him because I like Batman, and I pretty much get every Batman figure that I find. And, let me go over the articulation, because, nobody knows what a DCU figure's articulation is. I mean, some of them are hindered less than others, though. But his head, horrible movement on the head. It really doesn't go back and forth at all or up and down. It's really bad. You got left and right. You got your shoulders that go up. You know, they go around, but you got to bring them out a little bit when you're going like that because the shoulder things. You got your bicep, you got your single jointed elbow, and you got your wrist. You got your standard ab crunch, which was frozen on my figure, and I had to, you know, freeze it up and break it. You got your waist moving, whatever. Move the bed out the way. You got your hip back and forward, your outward, your upper thigh, your single knee, and then your back and forth on the ankle with no ankle pivot, which absolutely sucks. I hate that. Other than that, it's a decent figure. I don't think they ever made this guy before, so you would definitely want to look out for him if you are a collector that likes to get every single figure. The bat is a floppy, rubbery black. It's got some nice detail, like it actually got, you know, looks like wood, and they actually painted the handle, which is nice. As far as Batmite goes, it's the same Batmite that came in the Kmart 2-pack of the 1970s Batman, I believe it was. But he was, you know, he had the blue and the gray instead of the black and gray, which I like this Batmite better. I like them with the black and the gray. I'm not a big fan of the blue and the gray. But other than that, like his belt and everything else is painted pretty nice. Well, his legs and everything that's black is actually rubber, I think. Where's the arms? Let me see. I don't know if the arms are actually gray or if it's black. I don't know which painted. Oh no, it's black. The gray part's painted. But the articulation on this guy is, you know, his head twists, his arms go up and down, and his legs go out like that, which I don't know why they even put articulation there. They should have just left them stiff, because that's just retarded. I mean, I guess you can't even have them like funny looking walking or something. I guess you could have them stepping, I guess. I don't know if you can get it to go right. I can't. I guess you could have them like this. There you go. I won't even stand up on my table because my table is slightly crooked for some reason. I think the floor is crooked in this room. That's why. I had a retarded ass apartment. I don't know. But here he is next to the other Batman in the line, which is the Dark Knight Batman. I'm not sure what other figures are in this line because when I got there was only these two Batmans, a Superman and a Penguin. And I know Superman and Penguin they're not part of the Batman, so I don't know. Why would anybody pass on the Dark Knight figure? I just don't understand it. Because that's like the main figure out the line. Who else was released in this line? I'm trying to think. Because I had it on pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store and I took it off. But anyways, yeah, that's the Planet X Batman. I mean, if you don't know who he is, go read the comics. He's a Batman from a faraway galaxy that I guess somehow seen Batman crime fighting and inspired him to crime fight. And you know, Batman teams up with him using the Brave and the Bold and shit like that. But if you only collect Batman figures or know Batman from the movies, you've probably never seen this guy, probably never heard of him. You know, you got to kind of be a slight comic geek to know who this Batman is. But yeah, or even Batmite from the Fifth Dimension. Yeah, that's it. Take it easy.